Hello to all modelers. I thought I'd do a quick video to show how to get inside a UHLENBROCK or Fleischmann Twin Center. I bought a couple of these recently. They had minor problems with them. This one's got more of a bigger problem, but I'm just going to try and discover how to fix it in the next week or so. But I wanted to just break inside the unit just to get access to the buttons, because it had a bit of a wonky button that wasn't quite right. So I thought I'd show how to do it. So these units are plastic welded. There's no screws, even though they might look like the screws inside. These have got plastic welded fixings, so they're made not to be taken apart in the factory. So to get to the buttons onto the top panel, what you got to do is take these dials off. You just got to pull quite hard on these dials. Yeah, so there we go. The problem with this unit is when I power it up and press, say I want the output for the track, it flashes red and I get a message saying attention, external voltage, which must mean obviously there's some sort of problem, or problem with the connection maybe, or something on the back. Well, anyway, so what you got to do is to open the unit up, obviously unplug it. What you got to do is take the dials off, and then there's some, you usually get some mastic, like a black mastic. You got to like chip off the screwdriver inside around about there. You just try and knock off the black mastic which they put on in the factory. And then what you got to do then is get a nice blade. I'm using an Offler 30-degree angle blade, which is great. It's really fine. You got to hack away. You just got to break out the glue, because this top panel is glued on. So you've got to carefully work your way around, breaking that seal, being very careful not to let the blade slip, etc. Best putting gloves on, you know, like when you're doing this, high wear safety gloves. And then once you broke that seal, going all the way around, you've got to then just slightly, there's two lugs on the inside, and you press forwards on the lugs, on that lug and that lug, and then with a bit of manipulation it'll come off from the front, and then just pop off on the back, and then you get access to the actual unit on the inside with all the buttons. This is the inside of the panel. You got two, actually no, there's four pushing lugs that engage. You can see where there's been glue marks where it's been glued in the factory. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but you get access to all the buttons, so you can clean up the display if there's something wrong with the display. And you can also take these buttons out and clean up the switches if there's any debris in there, or if, you know, you could possibly replace them. I've already cleaned this one up. The dials are working nice. Still a good unit. So that's how you get access to the top. To get access to the bottom of it, inside, you've got to drill out the plastic weld joints, and that will enable it to pull apart completely. It comes in two hours, as you can see there. It'll pull apart completely when you do that. I've not got that far yet, but you can see, I don't know if it shows up on the camera, but there is plastic. There's a black residue there. There's a bit there now. Just get that bit out. And it's not coming out. But anyway, that's what you got to break out on this area, where you can get to with the dials, and eventually it pops off. So there we go. The Fleischmann Twin Center which is it's a fantastic control unit. It really is one of my favourite command stations. It's just limited to 6, I think it's 6 or 12 functions depending on what update you've got for it. And then the UHLENBROCK ones are more advanced, and there's another really advanced version of this as well from UHLENBROCK. So that's that. And then on the plastic, this has got ultraviolet light damage off the sun. I've cleaned it up, but like I say, it's still got a lot of yellowing on that, and to get rid of that you've got to use a hydrogen peroxide method to bleach your plastics without damaging the lettering. And I did it with the one of my Fleischmann ice sets from 2000, where it had sun damage where it had been left in a shop window, and I did the same process with that as what I'll do with this. So I'm going to try and get this fixed, try and find out what the problem is with this. Other than that, it's working, everything works, the menus, everything. It's just the power output is not working. But it's a very well made item. It's got a heat sink on the back there as well, which is a nice feature for it to cool down. But anyway, that's just a quick video, and thanks again for watching.